right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to Beyond Charts Morning Brew. All right. Here's today's trade playbook. All right. My name is Angel, and basically it is February 9th, 8:30 in the morning. Who's out there today? Who's out there? We got a few people out there from the West Coast, East Coast, or we're just waking up. All right. So big day tomorrow. We got a big day. Big day today as well. So wrote a couple of things here. We had a pretty decent reversal yesterday, which is so we'll see. A couple of things we got to look for. And remember, yesterday I said when everybody's bearish, we got to be thinking the other way here, and that's kind of I got the sense from yesterday. Okay, so going into today. We did see a reversal coming in. So the good thing is things have changed, but it's a very unpredictable market. So you're going to have to play the moves very, very quickly. All right. So let me just give you a little bit of highlights. So one things I've noticed. So let me just dive into it. Let me give you some things. Let me see. All right. So here is the world markets. All right. Let me see. Let's see what's going down to. It's really about CPI tomorrow. The futures did show up about 4. They're up about 45.55. They're hitting that 45.50 area. So that we hit it. We're right there on the futures. Crude is down, and that's a big plus. Remember I said yesterday we can't have crude up, especially going into CPI numbers, especially with the Ukraine. It's just not really good for inflation. Crude is way too up. So inventory numbers do come out an hour after the open today. So 9:30, 10:30, you're going to see the crude inventories coming out. So now keep in mind around 10:30, if the inventories are over, if we have too much supply, that's going to bring the price of crude down, and that could help equities. Okay, so at 10:30, those numbers will come out. Now, if the equities, if that crude comes up, if there's not that much crude, then more than likely we're probably more than likely going to that could put some pressure on equities. Okay, so just watch that for today. As far as things that you can look at for today, you can look at the XLE, right? Look at that one, and then look at XLK and XLF to make new highs, and XLE to drop. So XLK and then XLF, it is financials and tech. So for the most part, if those go up and crude goes down, that's a good correlation. So we'll notice that at 10:30 if that is the case. Okay, so watch that. As far as inventory, keep in mind that oil and gas has been miserably low the last few years to several factors. Okay, so just but the fact that oil is down, crude is down, that's a plus. Now, the 10-year, this is alarming, but it's also kind of foretelling. The VIX is down. So, again, we're getting mixed signals here. But the signals that I'm getting right off the bat is real simple. The market is pricing in a 2%. It's okay with the 10-year being at 2%. We went up. So, the 10-year went up yesterday, which is really weird. And it's not weird. We knew it was going up. But the simple fact that the market's kind of shrugging it off and saying, no, we're okay. So it's telling me that it's pricing in around a 2% 10-year. So it's pricing that in. So, again, we reversed on that move. So, again, watch that. The VIX is down, which is exactly where we like it to be. So now going into tomorrow, what are we going to be looking at? Tomorrow, a couple of factors here. Tomorrow, if CPI, and remember, those can be skewed, right? So those can be skewed. If CPI comes in somewhat tame, then we can probably go higher. Okay, if CPI comes somewhat tame, and that's going to be at 8:30 in the morning, we can go higher. Right? So again, it's about how they're going to skew those CPI numbers. Remember, they don't factor in a lot of things that. But again, nobody really knows. Again, I'm just trying to guess, but the market is reacting. I'm just saying the market is looking for a reason to go higher. Okay, it could be spooked as well, but if CPI comes in better or tame or expected, then we're probably going to push maybe into that 4,600 area on the XPX, and then everything else will rip. The other thing which I noticed too, it's going into tech. The chippies ripped. the chip is reversed. Remember, yes, I told you about NVIDIA. NVIDIA needs to reverse. Why wasn't it up there? And sure enough, it's up there. It's moving today. And I'm going to share that with you right now. So let's get into that. So let's just get into the numbers. Let me just remember this: 45.54 on the futures. And let's go into it. As far as the news, Disney's coming out. Chipotle came out with good earnings. But let's look at the overall markets and see where we're at. So overall, right now, the S&P 500, it's kind of going sideways. Now, this is the overall where we're at as far as the market environment. So as you can tell, we've been going sideways consolidation. We're waiting on news. I think oil inventory is today. That's going to be 10:30, and then 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, we have Fed Chairman Mr. speaking, and the market's going to be paying close attention to what Fed member Mester, at 11 a.m., right? So they've been very, very hawkish. What are we going to be looking for is, basically, is she, or is he? I don't even know if it's a he or she. Are they going to be a dove or are they going to be hawkish? Okay, so I think that around that 12 o'clock, which is around lunchtime, we're going to be noticing something different. Okay, so watch that as a hawk as well, because that's going to show us a new revelation of what's coming down. So today, 10:30, oil inventories, and around 11, 12 o'clock, we have Fed member Mester speaking. I don't know if it's a he or she. Don't know. But, okay, so how does that correlate with us? Right now, 45.55, that's going to put us right in there. So we're closing this gap right in here, okay? So, again, can we retest that 4600? It looks like it wants to. We're up there. Why not? The MACDs are still rolling. So again, it's probably going to be in that range. Can it break through above 4,600, or is it going to hold or sell off? And we're going to dive into that a little bit, but we're bouncing off the 200-day moving average. We're here. The other thing I want to also show you on the weeklies, we bounced off the 50-day moving average, which we held at, and that's pretty good. The MACDs are still going down, but this is a weekly. So again, this is going to take time for it to reverse, but so it's positive. Now tomorrow, anything can happen. Just be ready. We don't know what those CPI numbers are going to tell us, but so it can go either way. Now it can rip. It can rip. It looks like it wants to rip. Everything's looking for a rip. But if the CPI numbers are too hot, oil goes up, and those are unnecessary pressures that could possibly take us back down. As far as the NASDAQ, the NASDAQ is right there going sideways consolidation. Is still below the 200-day moving average. If I look here, the NASDAQ futures are at 14,932. Again, just below that 200-day moving average. Watch that. That's going to be pretty strong. On the Russell yesterday, good job, guys. If you took the trade with me, we did really, really well on the Russell or the IWM. Okay, that was setting up nicely. Russell looks like it's put in a bottom. Okay, with higher interest rates, it looks like the market's kind of like being okay with the 10-year note being at that 2%. Again, hopefully things can stay on this track. It looks like we're kind of just settling right now, but anything can happen. Just get ready for tomorrow. But the Russell is reversing. Now, remember, the Russell has been clobbered. It's the weakest out of all three. So, this one should recover faster, and it's telling us that the other two could be okay. So that's how we read this. But again, the Russell is way below the 200-day moving average, way below the 50-day moving average. Maybe it's trying to make a run. If it takes out 2055, maybe make a run for that 200-day moving average around 2100. So that is a possibility for right there. As far as the VIX, look at the VIX. I told you the VIX. The VIX is breaking down. And this is what I noticed yesterday. As the 10-year note was going up, and at 1.90 was when it's going up there, the VIX was selling off. Or the VIX not selling off. The fear was coming out of the equities. So the fear was coming out of the market. So this is why I was like, whoa, that's interesting. The market is pricing in. So that this 10-year note at around 1.97 is being priced in. And that's how we read that as far as the VIX declining as this is happening. Remember, the VIX is a measurement of fear that's entering into the marketplace. If this is declining and equities are going up and the 10 years going up, that's giving you a sign. All right, maybe this move is priced in. Okay, so now for today's Wednesday. Just remember, we have less fear going in from last Monday and last Tuesday. So today is hump day. Now we are at the lower range of last week. So remember, last week on Wednesday, things reversed because we have some news items. We have some new items coming out today, and anything is possible. But if we break below 20, 40, and we start going into the range and we start breaking the lower range, then more than likely we're probably going to go lower on the VIX, which tells us that fear is diminishing, meaning that we are probably going to be ripping a little bit higher. So if you're into some bullish trades, you hear this alert going, that should give you the confidence that we're probably going to go higher. Now, in the reverse, if the VIX starts climbing and we start breaking 2135, 2247, extreme level is going to be 23, then we're probably going to go down. Okay, so that's how we read that one on the VIX, and that's how you use the VIX for an extra edge in your trades. Okay, as far as the 10-year note, I think it's pricing in at 2%. The market reacted positive to that. So again, I'm going to put my alert around 2% there. Again, anything higher, I don't know if it's priced in or yet, but we'll see. So I'm just putting up the alert up there. Anything up below that, I think we're okay. All right, as far as the movers here, let's go in there. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Do you want me to look at? I'm going to be looking for the movers today, but here are the movers and the potential movers and levels to watch. All right, on the XPX, again, this is the derivative of the SPY. 44.55 is going to put me right 45.55, right in 45.65, right in here. Now, the gap, remember, we have to fill in this gap. We gap down. Could it fill in that gap around 45.86? That is a possibility there if we continue higher. Now, as far as the 50-day, this is the MACDs. We're going to get a fresh set of MACDs, which is telling me that momentum is starting to build. That MACD is starting to go up higher. Let's see if it's going to go. It's giving me a strong suggestion that buyers are coming back into this in the hourly. Now, that can change, but as far as us looking at this, it's letting me know that it's going. Now, we broke 45.30, 45.40. Again, we have that 45.95 up there. Let's see what happens there. But again, we broke this sideways consolidation here, and we rallied quite nicely. Now, I want to show you what this looks like. Let me go here, and let me show you yesterday. If you're looking at this, especially my students, guys taking my class, if you're looking at this on a 1-minute frame yesterday, right? We're looking at this. Key areas that we noticed, if you're looking at the moving averages, I want to just point this out. We decline, and when we're declining, we're looking for reversal patterns, and I'm going to share with that on Sunday how to identify reversal patterns. But again, we decline, we're going sideways. Look at this line, and we talked about this on Sundays. When the lines are consolidating sideways, the MACDs are consolidating, this is a sign of a reversal. The reversal happened at 10:30 on the 1-minute time frame, and they just continue to go higher. There was another point of entry right there when we just collided. All moving averages right there, and they broke back through and went a little bit higher. So we had two moments where we saw nice reversal patterns right there. But at that moment, that's when we noticed at 10:30 was when we saw money coming back in. I pointed out on one of the chats, I said, hey, the lows are in. This is one of the reasons why. I noticed that the lows are in and we were going higher. Now, again, how high are we going to go? I'm going to be looking for a reversal pattern on the flip side to see how high we're going to go. Definitely looking at 10:30. Definitely going to be looking around 12 and 1 o'clock to see what, what statements are being said. All right, so I'm going to go back there and let me go down. So now, real quickly today, no trade on the on this one yet. So let's go in to see what's going down. I'll cover BTC at the end. It seems like a better flow that way. But let's see. So right off the bat, we're looking for trades off the 50-day moving average. Looking to see for any opportunities here. as far as the setup that we like to see. There's a few. Now Google, again, had it at it's climbing. Now Google, now look at Google. Google has been declining. Is this the bottom for Google? Now, if you look at this from another time frame, this is definitely a flag pattern. So is Google about to reverse? So this could be an entry for Google. I'll go into that as well. Amazon, could this be a reversal on Amazon? Are we going to be looking at that too? But on the 50-minute time frame, we don't have it yet. We'll like Amazon to pull back, and we'll like to see Google pull back a little bit as well. Tesla, all right, Tesla going back up to that, what? 950. 950 is pretty hard. Very difficult, 950. So if you see Tesla breaking that 950, either two things are going to happen. It can sell off about 30 to 40 points, or it's going to skyrocket. So again, it's a very, very hard number. Watch Tesla at 950. As far as our trading system, it's too far away from the 50. More than likely, if it goes up, there's probably going to sell off. It needs to set up properly, but watch Tesla is setting up nicely. As far as ISRG, this thing got sold off pretty good. Is it starting to move? Watch ISRG. This could move 285, possibly to about 290. 291. Now, CMG is moving nicely. These guys came out with really good earnings yesterday, and it's starting to rip. So let's see if CMG is going to rip. This thing has been sold off pretty hard. So again, no trade here. Let it pull back nicely on the 50-day moving there. Looks like a little bit of weakness here. Needs to pull back. Let's go into what can rip. So Lam Research rip. This is helping out the XPX. Goldman Sachs. Looking a little weakness. Let's see how it reacts around 369. Netflix bounced yesterday off that 401 back to 412. Looks like weakness. Let it pull back. Roku ripped. No. So Roku, okay, is moving. It's moving with Netflix. Let it pull back. Again, too far away from the this 15-minute time frame. Nvidia, okay. This is the mover we're looking for. Nvidia moved again. All eyes again. I miss Nvidia. If I was watching Nvidia, I would have had that. But right there, this is not right there. That wasn't really. It wasn't clean. But Nvidia's starting to move. They're buying Nvidia. All right, let's wait for the setup. Wait for it to pull back. Let's see how it reacts on 253. There's a big number in Nvidia. Same as Tesla. 270 is big on Nvidia. It's either going to break through or is it going to sell off. So watch Nvidia 270. Mercado Libre working his way higher. Apple, I said yesterday, Apple, here's textbook. If you're watching Apple, same type of pattern we like to see. Consolidation of the moving averages, breaking through, and it broke through. 172, sitting at 176 right now. Okay, too far away from the 50, but they need to buy Apple. That's a positive note for the markets. Okay, so if Apple's being bought, great. Didn't break 170. That's good. The XPX should hold. Shopify starting to be bought. Watch Shopify. Look at right there. Brew nicely yesterday. Again, nice bounce here. 870 sitting at 910 right now. Too far away. Let it pull back. Let's look here. Trade Desk, too far away. Affirm coming out with earnings. They're buying it into earnings. So again, they have earnings tomorrow. You have 68 on top. Watch it. If it breaks that, it can go higher. Or is it going to sell off? Too far away from the 50. Let's see what happens there. Upstart moving nicely. These guys have an AI component. Again, has 105 on top. All right, watch it. Can it break through? Too far away from the 50. HubSpot breaking through. All right, so again, just bouncing off nicely. This thing is taking off too far away from the 50. Zoom coming back. Okay, so Zoom moved yesterday near the close. Again, so when you saw the XPX and the X and Russell moving, everything else is going with it. So again, Zoom is being bought. How far can Zoom go? Well, it's got 147. If it breaks 147, it can probably retest the highs of 156, 158. Booking working its way higher. Okay, so this is factoring that the economy is opening up again. So again, they expect that the economy is going to go back to normal. So again, bookings and flights should be doing well. Again, taking off, wait for it to pull back. Let's see if it can come back to 2,500, and that could be a nice setup. Service now starting to move. Okay, this wasn't moving, and now it's starting to move. Great. Let's put it back on the list, and let's see. Wait for it to pull back a little bit. Coinbase. If BTC goes up, Coinbase is going to go up higher. So watch it. Right now, as far as this trading system, let it pull back a little bit. All right, I'm going to cover the chips. The chips are back. So again, these are all my chips. Chips were suppressed, and now they're back. This is why the market is reacting positive. Okay, the semiconductors are doing well. So again, they're back in play. So INTU, they're all rocking and rolling. Let's wait for the proper setups and let's see. But they all are moving. They moved yesterday at the open. We have Micron moved at the open. Everything moves. So I think this is what, if you notice the patterns here, all the chips moved right around that 1030, 1045. 1030, 1045, all those chips. And I think this is what helped the markets. ASML moving. Now, ASML is a mover. Let's see if it pulls back. Let's see if it pulls back and wait for the proper setups. Okay, Broadcom moving. So the chips are in play. I'm going to start watching them, but I don't really have a play for today. Nothing really that the way I like to trade. Yesterday, we talked about IWM. I hope you guys caught that move, hitting our target at 204. If you did, give me a what's up. Let me know in the comments that you caught that trade. But the reason why we took that trade, and I was very, very confident about taking that trade, is because when, and I talked about this in my class, and I'm going to share this with you, when I have a system right here breaking out on the hourlies, this is the hourlies, and I have it on the 50-minute time frame. This is when you load the boat. Now, we did it on IWM. These moves are only about $1, $2, $3, whatever. They're small, but if you load up, they're going to be really, really well. Now, the other trade what you could have done if you wanted a mover was RUT. Now, the RUT is a derivative of that. Now, we had it on the hourlies here. We didn't really have it on the 50-minute time frame yesterday, but again, close enough. And this this is why we talked about IWM. Am I in here? Okay. All right, this is why we talked about IWM. Okay, so IWM is there. We got that, and we got that rocking and rolling. Okay, so IWM looks like it wants to roll up. On the 50-minute time frame, let it pull back. Overstretched. That was the move yesterday. So don't chase it right now. Let it pull back. Again, we're close to that top. If it takes that out, it's probably going to go to 208. But IWM is one. Now let's look at SPY. SPY, again, had a nice breakout yesterday. Bounced off the 50, and you had a breakout right there. Too far away right now for us. I would like to see this thing pull back a little bit. And again, I think we have a lot of news coming in. But if CPI comes in tame, we can rip. We can rip, okay? Let me look at, what was I looking at? Let's look at, what was I looking at today? Let's look at NVIDIA. See if we can find a trade on NVIDIA. So now this is the hourlies. This is the 50-minute time frame. Again, NVIDIA showed a nice entry. Same type of thing right here. Bouncing off the hourlies, bouncing off the 50-minute time frame, and that's a go. Unfortunately, I wasn't watching this thing, but just want to demonstrate with you. This is NVIDIA. So this is, again, let it pull back. So whenever you get an entry, both on the hourly and the 50-minute time frame, that's a go. All right. Let's cover Bitcoin real quick. So again, Bitcoin for all my guys using Bitcoin. Let's go in there. So Bitcoin right now, if you've been following me, you know that I draw this box. I said this was the demand zone. Guess what? Bitcoin is back in the demand zone. So now can it break through 46.16? Let's see. MACD showed us this move was possible going through. Now here's the thing with Bitcoin. 46,161 is pretty hard. We're seeing some selling pressure. I do like the fact that it broke the 50. It broke a VWAP. That was a very difficult thing to do. broke the VWAP, and now let's see what Bitcoin can do. So if it comes back, holds. Now the MACDs are showing me now Bitcoin is turning bullish. Okay, if this thing breaks through right now, I said yesterday this is a buy. Okay, now depends on what time frame you're looking at. Now this is a weekly time frame, so don't know what your time frame is, but if you're a little bit long time frame, then I'm going to show you the weeklies here. So the weeklies, Bitcoin is trading in a range since about January 18th, 2021. It's trading in a range between 29,000 and right around 66,000. So again, ask yourself, do you want to buy it at the lower range or do you want to buy it on the upper range? So again, that's a good barometer for you to decide what you want to do for Bitcoin, right? So again, coming up to the 50, that's gonna, let's see what happens there. So that's on the that's on the dailies, on the weeklies. As far as this is going up, MicroStrategy should go up with it. It's working its way higher. So if Bitcoin starts breaking up, this can be a good play for Bitcoin. Ethereum working its way higher. Can it break the 50? Same, it's just following the same pattern as Bitcoin. All right. Things that I was looking at, Tesla. Okay, so Tesla, I'm looking at the 1 minute time frame because I'm looking at that 950, guys. 950. It's right there, guys. So 950 is pretty hard, guys. 950 is really hard. So, however, if 950 goes, the shorts that are covering, they need to cover and it's going to explode, guys. Tesla will probably go to around 988 to 1,000. Pretty hard. Now, what does that mean? It means that there's selling pressure up there. So we don't know. It can drop about 30 to 40 points or it can skyrocket. So watch Tesla right there on the 1 minute time frame. I think it needs to pull back a little bit to wind up, but we'll see. Anything is possible. As far as NVIDIA, let me look here. And NVIDIA, again, wind up really nicely. Needs a little bit of needs to cool off a little bit. Looks like it's probably trying to run a little bit. So let's see. This thing ran quite a bit. I mean, it ran from 251 to 258. Let's see if it can get through 258 is the pre-market morning highs. Shopify, I think, was moving. Let's see that one. And Shopify ran up really nicely. Okay, so coming to the end here, let us set up nicely. So what else? What else was moving? Qualcomm. Yeah, everything's moved up nicely, too far away for us. So again, let us set up. I have a question. Perry, what's up, Perry? What's going down? So Perry asked, what website news source should I use today for track the oil inventories? Fed today, CPI, struggle with big time scoring the news. Yeah. So the thing about it, what you can do, you can go onto Twitter. One of the news sources that you can use is pretty easy. It's a guy named Walter Bloomberg. And let me show you what he looks like. He has a Discord as well. And in his Discord, it's a feed that goes a little faster. But his name is Walter Bloomberg. He will give you, let me see if I can find his, Walter Bloomberg. Nope. And that would be a good resource if you're looking for him. He has a Discord here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put his Discord in the chat. Copy. And that would be a good, it's a free source for you if you wanted to follow. But that would be a good place for you to follow the oil inventories. Oil inventories will come at 10:30. What I would do is look at the CLL, and just look at the price action. Again, anything below $90 is good for the crude oil prices, and that would tell us that is good for equities. On CPI numbers tomorrow, it's just going to be statements. Observe the statements that are going to come out today and see how the market reacts. Now, remember what the market we're at. We're at key levels where we had a nice move on the markets, right? We're right in that $4,600 range. If I would say watch the VIX, let the VIX give you a clue. If you start breaking below that, then that means that probably going to take the markets up a little higher. So again, that 4,600 area is going to be pretty strong. We're either going to sell off or we're gonna go up. So anything's possible tomorrow. What I would suggest is probably get ready for your calls and your puts on both sides. Look at Tesla. If they're taking up tech, that's a positive, right? So look at Tesla. If Tesla starts breaking, you don't need to trade it, but just give you a clue as far as Tesla. If Tesla starts breaking above if you see Tesla breaking above that 950, then that's positive for the market. They're buying. They're starting to buy. Okay. If it sells off, that's weakness. Look at Apple. If Apple starts breaking below 170 or starts selling off, then that's weakness. Okay. So if they start selling off the things that actually make money, then that should give you a little clue that they're not really liking these moves, or they're going to sell. They're going to sell it off. So again, it's a very unpredictable market. So you have to play the levels. And what I mean unpredictable, we are in. I mean, this is why we're playing levels. Look at this. We're just consolidating sideways. We're waiting on numbers. So it just really depending on the CPI numbers, and those are skewed. Remember, those aren't real CPI numbers. So it just depends whatever they give us and how the market reacts to it, whether you believe them or not. It's really just about the reaction of what's going to happen. So that's what I would suggest as far as today. It looks like we had some pretty decent movers already. I would just wait for things to set up. As far as like if you're day trading, I'm going to be looking at Google. That this was on my screen yesterday. Google again showed a nice price action yesterday. Just wanted to share this to demonstrate to you the Google action right here, just consolidating, breaking out, and this happened right around that 15:10 hour, broke that, and there's also was one here right around that 10:30 time frame, same 10:30. Okay, sold off. Look for reversals, and you have these nice consolidation movements there. Amazon just wants to rip. Let me look at Chipotle as well. Amazon reverse, and I pointed this out for my class. It's right there. Nice reversal pattern. Boom, boom, and just ripped. Okay, and just I took a short position right in here because I thought I was trying to get ahead of myself, or was it here? I think it was here. I covered it. It just reversed on me, and again, the market was just too strong. Too strong, and it's just taking off right now. So right now, let it pull back. Let's see what happens. But again, what I would say, invest in the stuff that actually is making money. Avoid the crap stuff. That's not going to come back up, guys. So what they're going to do first, if this is real, they're going to take the stuff that's making money, had great earnings. They're going to reinvest in those because those are cheap right now. They've been selling off and they're discounted. The crap stuff, once the good stuff goes up, then people are going to be speculating and buying the crap. But that's what I would suggest. And, that's it. So, again, I don't like anything here. I'm just waiting for things to pull back, calm down. We had a nice rip yesterday. Let it pull back and wait for that 10:30 hour and just sit on your hands and just wait. Again, we had IWM. That was great yesterday. Hope you guys locked in those gains. Let's see. I'll probably pop into TradingView today for a quick 15 minutes if I don't see anything, and jump in. All right, guys, it is right now 9:03. I wish I had more to give you guys, but not really anything I'm seeing. Let's see if there was CMG. I wanted to look at that. If you guys have anything you want me to watch, let me know. All right, CMG, again, on the 1 minute time frame, CMG can rip because it's been suppressed, guys. Let me just show you what CMG looks like. Let me get rid of these Fibonacci's. Remove CMG. This is the dailies. Again, CMG sold off pretty good since the highs. Remember, these guys make money. They have pricing power. They said pretty much everything. This thing dropped about 33%. So again, it looks like they're about to expand as well. We're opening up at 1572, right at that 50-day moving average, 1593. So again, if this thing starts breaking 1593, can they start running it up? And one of the things is because this one has been suppressed. So again, if you're going to be trading this, if you feel this is the bottom on CMG, if we look at the weeklies, again, could be going up to that 1625. It looks like it could run. If it takes out 1585, right, it's still working its way lower. But if this thing starts reversing, it could be an exhaustion buy, and let's see how high it goes. But again, not really a nice setup that I would like to trade. So let me look at the hourlies. Hourlies might have a little bit more juice. Let's see if it takes out 1585, but not an ideal swap. Too far away from the 50. All right, guys, that's all we got. Man, oh man, I wish there was more, but yeah, guys, just chill, stay tuned. There'll be a big move coming. The big move will be coming tomorrow. What we're gonna do? Let's watch at the close. Let's watch. So we're gonna pay close attention today. We got the 10:30 hour CPI. See how the market reacts to that. Should be positive for equity short term. I don't know what the Ukraine deal is gonna be like, or how's that affecting the oil. But watch that. The other thing too, Mister comes out around 12. Should be on CNBC or something, or should be somewhere. And listen to the statements. The news will be covering it. Watch the statements Walter Bloomberg will give it, and let's see how the market reacts to that. Again, they're normally hawkish. They're looking for dovish remarks. Dovish, we're looking for. I think it's already priced in. They're just looking to see how extreme are they going to go. That's basically it. But there's a big move coming up. Get ready. Let's pay attention at the close. I think that's when it's going to come around 2:30, 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. There should be a move right in there, 2:30. All right, guys, go out there, go get it, go get it, go get it, guys. Guys, if you want, just going to put it out there. I have a Patreon class. So I have a Patreon class. It's on the link to the bio. If you would like to attend that Patreon class or join us for a TA momentum class, it's on Sundays. We spend 2 hours with you right there. Or if you would like to just support the page and get access to early materials, you can join us just for $5 if you want to do that. All right, guys, go out there, go get us, go get it. Stay green, stay green, stay green. And I'll see you guys at lunch. I'll pop into TradingView. I'll pop in around 12 o'clock. All right, guys, take care, go get it.